Hi, boys and girls. Mrs. Kappel here. I am so excited. I have something that's really special to share with you today. Well, guess what? The other day when I was at school, I was in the teacher's room and I was getting my mail. And while I was there, Mr. Mahan, I heard his voice. He was in the hallway, and I took a peek outside of the faculty room to see who he was with, and he was with some important looking people, some official people. I don't know who they were, but anyway, Mr. Mahan was talking about you. You should have seen the smile on my face. Oh my goodness, he was talking about how hard you guys have all been working and how now you are all working so hard on your reading that you're avid readers now. Well, I'm telling you, you should have seen the smile on my face. I felt so proud. I really was like, oh my goodness. Now, he was saying so many wonderful things that I already knew about you, but it actually got me thinking. Now, if that situation if that whole episode at school was actually in a book and you wanted to put a post-it note to mark that page, remember now, avid readers feel what characters are feeling, right? So if you could pretend that I was the character in the story, what would be the best word to describe how I was feeling? Yeah, you could say happy. That'd be okay. But is that like the best word that you could use? Or maybe there's something else that might describe how I was feeling. Yeah, maybe you could say super duper happy or proud. Yeah. Or excited. Yeah, because you could tell I'm excited just from telling you the story right now, right? Well, readers, today I want to teach you that when you are thinking about how characters are feeling in a story, how characters are feeling in the story, it really helps if you are specific. That means you are kind of like Goldilocks, but using just right words. That means instead of just saying, yeah, happy, she was happy, think, what's the best word? What could be a better word? Maybe a college word. And try to find just the right word to describe how you feel and what you mean. Well, about how you would describe how the character is feeling. Okay, so now what I'm talking about is finding the precise word. Let's say, not just for happy, but for other words, for other ways that your characters are feeling. I mean, if a character is feeling sad, what just right words could we use for sad? Because it doesn't just have to be happy. Okay, maybe lonely, maybe unhappy, maybe gloomy. Yeah, those are all really good words, just right words to describe how your character might be feeling in your story. Now, just right words should be exactly how you think the character is feeling. So, what I have for you today is a new story. I'm going to turn it on right here so you can see it. There it is. It's called Not Norman. That's my puppy running around in the classroom. Okay, it's called Not Norman, and it's a goldfish story. And let me begin our story. First of all, let me move my picture out of the way. There we go. Okay. Not Norman was written by Kelly Bennett and illustrated by Nora Jones. When I got Norman, I didn't want to keep him. I wanted a different kind of pet, not Norman. So you can see what's going on here, right? Looks like it's a birthday. Yeah. So I guess he didn't get the kind of pet he wanted for his birthday. So let's go back. Let's look at his face. Can you make that face? Yeah. How would you describe that? Hmm. How would you describe how he's feeling right here? Yeah, maybe a little sad, but can you think of another word, another just right word? He didn't get the present that he wanted for his birthday. Disappointed. That's a really good word. Yeah, that's precise, isn't it? A little bit more than just sad. All right, let's keep going. I wanted a pet who could run and catch, or one who could climb trees and chase strings, a soft, furry pet to sleep on my bed at night. Not Norman. All Norman does is swim around and around and around and around and around and around. This is it, Norman, I decided. I'm trading you for a good pet. Norman doesn't move. Not even a fin twitches. How can I trade him like this? No one will want a sorry looking fish in a gunky bowl. Now look at our character's face. Think about the character's words. Can you think of some just right words that would describe how he's feeling right now? Let's see his face. Like, yeah, he could be feeling mad. That's true. But let's try another word. Yeah, annoyed. I think he might be a little annoyed. That's a good word to describe it. When I drop Norman into his nice clean bowl, he starts dipping and flipping, flapping his fins around. He looks so goofy, I have to laugh. Don't think just because you made me laugh, I'm going to keep you, I tell him. Tomorrow, you're out of here. Norman blows a stream of bubbles. The next day, I take Norman to school with me. If I talk him up real good during show and tell, maybe somebody will want him. On the way there, we see my friend Austin. Austin has a really cool dog and 7 puppies. Want to swap one of your pups for Norman? I ask. Who's Norman? Asks Austin. My goldfish, I say. Oh my goodness, what's happening here? So here he was busy talking with his friend Austin, and he didn't even realize by the time I rescue Norman, half his water is gone. Oh my goodness. Now look at his face. Can you tell how he might be feeling now? What's a precise word to describe this character's feelings? Concerned. Ooh, that is a big word. Good job. I'm sorry, I tell Norman when we get to school. I'm really sorry. He stares at me all googly eyed. Finally, it's my turn for show and tell. Just as I start to talk about goldfish, Emily shouts, Jenny's gone! Who let my snake loose? See Jenny right here? And look, can you see this sign right here? It says, Norman, one amazing goldfish. Okay, now look at what happened in the classroom. There's our character again. How do you think he's feeling? Now look at his face. Mm-hmm. I think you're right. I think he is mad or angry. Let's find out. Does anyone hear the story of how I got Norman? Does anyone ask to hold his bowl? No. They're all jumping and screaming and chasing the snake. Not Norman. He's looking right at me. Thanks for listening, I tell him. Okay, so you see how our character is feeling a little different here now, right? From here, that annoyed look, that angry face. Now, maybe he's feeling a little happy. What do you think's going to happen? Oops, let's get there. That afternoon, we go to my music lesson. As soon as it's over, I'm taking Norman back to the pet store. I take out my tuba and begin to play. Boom, 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 boom. I glance over at Norman. He's swaying back and forth. Glow, glow, glug, he mouths. Look! Norman's singing, I say. Pay attention, snaps Maestro, and try to play the proper notes. Maestro is his music teacher. See him? He's conducting the orchestra. This is the maestro. Sometimes Mrs. Rockler is like a maestro. Maestro makes me stay for extra practice. By the time my lesson, oops, sorry, boys and girls, let me fix that. There we go. By the time my lesson is over, it's too late to go to the pet store. Don't think that just because you like my music, I'm going to keep you, I tell Norman. He glugs, glug. That night, I'm sound asleep when screech, scratch. What's that noise? Screech, screech, screech. Yikes! There's something at the window. Then, out of the corner of my eye, I spot. Well, look at that character's face now. If I were to put a post-it on this page, what do you think I could put? Frightened. Yeah, that's a good word. Afraid. Good choices. Precise words. Norman. He isn't scared. He isn't swimming around in circles either. He glugs and gives me a little wave. I'm not alone. Aw. Together, Norman and I slide open the curtains. It was just a broken tree branch. Thanks for watching out for me, Norman. On Saturday, I take Norman to the pet store, just like I said I would. I look at the cats and dogs and snakes and birds. I look at the hamsters and mice and lizards too. They all look like good pets, but they're not Norman. Hmm. Wonder what's going on here. When I got Norman, I wasn't sure I wanted to keep him. But now, even if I could pick any pet in the whole world, I wouldn't trade him. Not Norman. Aw. And look what he did. He put his sign right there on top of the fish tank, boys and girls. Okay, well, that's my story, not Norman. And I hope you got to see how we can think about the character's feelings and put our little post it notes. Here are some of mine that I've been keeping. I've got angry, happy, upset. I've got sad. I put a whole bunch of them all on little post-it so you can see. Now, I can't wait, avid readers, for you to get into your books and start feeling what characters are feeling. Remember now, you're going to get into those books. Have a great day of reading together, boys and girls. Find a nice, cozy nook and have a great day. Bye bye for now.